so that one of the days in the week, not a Tuesday, not a Monday or Thursday, he'll be
because
off that one day. Do you understand?
Road on Mgacha Friday evening. Chibokwa Saturday morning.
Okay, so I don't know. I think we're live. Please. So let me be sure that we're live. Just so that I don't go and make a mess on air. I'm trying to verify if we're live now. Are you sure you want to? No. Okay. Okay, so we're live, Barrister Darlington. We are live. So, Barrister Darlington, I was trying to tell you earlier about the Nnamdi Kanu's case and what played out today in court, as well as the Fubara and Supreme Court judgment case. I'm looking forward to Barrister Ekine joining us live and helping us, bring his perspective to the case. But I want to also see if we can play a bit of that video with Nnamdi Kanu so that the entire public can watch and have a thought on it before we. That's the video.
I have a petition against Binta Nyako. I have a petition against her. Nonsense. Why is it when it comes to my case, they turn the law upside down? They turn the law upside down. Upside down. Upside down. Listen. This is the law of Nigeria. The prosecution, and this court doesn't know the law. That is the fact. Poor knowledge of the law is killing Nigeria. Poor knowledge of the law, they don't know the law. This is a federal gazetted law of Nigeria that says here that the Chief Judge of Nigeria cannot tell Binta Nyako what to do. It's here. It's your law. Just obey it. That is why I do what I do. I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra. My right to agitate. My right. They turned it from treasonable felony now to terrorism. Stop talking when I'm talking.
Sorry, sir.
Because these people, they are fools. They think they can mess. You can mess around with people who are not educated. I am an educated man. I can't show them the petition for the simple reason that if you show it,
what the judge said was that the case file was.
I don't recognize anything Binta Nyako said today for the simple reason that she has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of courtesy and respect. Yeah. She stands recused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to NJC. I don't want to talk about it. Justice Binta Nyako is using her position for personal gain. For personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. And they told them that if they convict me, this is what happens. You can see it. They don't want the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out in Nigeria. That's the problem. Who is that person? Who is that person? Binta Nyako's husband and son are facing corruption charges. They sent her to my case so they can release or smoothen the pathway for the husband and the son. Who are they like? They are facing. It doesn't matter if they're off it. In a court setting, that's what happens. They are very, very corrupt. There is a breach of judicial oath. They have violated the judicial oath. They have shown bias according to the Supreme Court. They are biased against me. Supreme Court said so. And that is why what is happening in the judgments and rulings concerning me has been happening. So disobedience to superior court orders. Supreme Court said you are biased. You are against this man. You should not have revoked his bail. Nigeria went to Kenya and kidnapped him. These things are in the public domain. Why, therefore, are they insisting on trying me? A court order was entered. In that very court order, it was said very clearly and succinctly that he is no more. No. That she.
Okay, so Barrister Darlington, you don't see him as a take happen with Nnamdi Kanu for court session today, and it was a bit chaotic to the extent that they get to they turn off lights in the middle of the court session as in the talk they go. What will be the implication of this for our court system, especially the accusation when Sama Binta, Justice Binta Nyako, say her son and her husband get corruption case, and then use his case as a bait to them, say until if it make sure saying prosecute her, in prosecute Nnamdi Kanu, then now they go fit comot her son and her husband for the case where they don't top. Barrister Darlington, what will be the implication of this for our court and judicial system?
My dear, this is a very serious allegation. I'm telling you, under normal circumstances, this woman, because of this allegation, she ought to excuse herself from this matter.
Oh, wow. So, Barrister Darlington, no vex. Why did they talk? Barrister Kine just joined us from Port Harcourt. Barrister Kine, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much, Barrister Kine. Good afternoon and welcome. Thank you so much. It's such a great pleasure to have you join us. Apologies, I kind of kept you on hold a little bit. But I hope the signal is quite clear. So kindly just hang on there. Let Barrister Darlington land on his thoughts, and we'll bring you in.
Because of network.
Okay, well, he wants you to come in right here because of network, so that we don't have issues with network. So let's get straight to the River State issue and what played out in court today at the Supreme Court about the courts, throwing away the appeal by the governor of River State, Fubara, on the Amilcar-led assembly. What's the implication of that, sir?
Yeah, thank you. But I think I would need to perhaps clarify my understanding of what would have happened at the Supreme Court. When a claimant or an appellant files a notice of discontinuance or withdrawal of his suit, the law is that that suit will come to an end. It will only depend on the stage at which that lawyer or that party is withdrawing or discontinuing that suit as to determine the appropriate order that the court will make. So evidence at the earliest stage where the other party, the opponent, has probably not done much or has not done anything, well, lawyers will say if issues have not been joined, then the court could simply strike out that suit without much ado, without doing anything like getting into the merits of the claims of the claimant or of the matter in any way. But where issues have been joined, that is maybe the other party, the defendant, in this case the respondent, has filed his own defense, has filed his own respondent's brief, then you say issues have been joined, the claimant still has the right, or the appellant in an appeal still has the right to discontinue or withdraw his appeal. So where
which of this case now they in question? Because it's important many Nigerians have understand what's in the happen. A part of the group they happy say, oh, Wike don't defeat Fubara. A part of the group say no, Fubara still has still the substantive of River State and all of that. Some people are happy that his impeachment is on the way. So it's good that you help us break down what has happened so that we can understand it.
And that's why I'm laying this foundation for those who are patient to understand. So where the withdrawal or discontinuance is at a stage where the other party has taken significant steps, joint issues, then simply again, the court will just dismiss that suit. It is not about going to the merit of the suit. It's not about going to hear to determine who was right or who was wrong. as to say judgment. That's why to lawyers, there could be a thin line between judgment and a ruling. So in the context, in this particular case now, the governor of Rivers State is the appellant before the Supreme Court. He filed the appeal against the decision or the judgment of the Court of Appeal upholding the judgment of the Federal High Court of Honorable Justice Omotosho. I pray I'll have time to even x-ray a little behind the foundation at the trial court before it got to the Supreme Court. So, but for today, the lawyers to the governor of Rivers State simply filed and told the court that they had filed the notice of withdrawal of the appeal. And like I said, the Supreme Court would just, and that was what happened, dismiss the appeal. And that's exactly it. So I think even in a way, when the media seem to report, and then the flag headline, oh, the Supreme Court dismissed Fubara's appeal. Away Fubara's appeal. In any way it's described. But I dare say, as a lawyer, that there is a difference, underlying difference, when you represent or report that a court dismissed a matter just like that, or that a claimant discontinued his suit. There is a difference. Because when you say ordinarily, without going to explain what really happened, and say, oh, his matter has been dismissed, the court has dismissed it, as if the action was at the instance of the court.
Okay.
Where the court would have heard the matter, determined the matter, sieved through the issues in the matter, and then arrived as a decision, and then the decision is that of dismissal. But there could be several grounds of dismissing a matter. If it is at the instance of the court, it could be on some technical issues, legal issues, and perhaps other facts. But if at the instance of the claimant himself, it doesn't even need to advance the reason. Just like if you have the copy I've seen now of the notice of dismissal, it could be 2 lines or 1 line, that the claimant or the appellant hereby discontinues his suit against all the respondents, and that is all. So I think in respect to this appeal before the Supreme Court, that's, to the best of my knowledge, thus far, what actually happened. And that's the implication. But permit me to lay a little bit of the foundation behind to the originating process before the Federal High Court. So that we get to this point where some interpretations, particularly here in Rivers State, are coming up. That, the Supreme Court has upheld Martin Amegule and his 26 other friends as members. There was nothing like
social media. Now, what is social media people they talk?
That is not.
So please permit me. Let me quickly say something.
Go ahead.
Sense you would understand. Now, this to this suit before Justice Omotosho at the Federal High Court, the parties to this suit were the Rivers State House of Assembly and Right Honorable Martin Chike Amegule. That was all. Those are the claimants, those are the plaintiffs at the Federal High Court. It wasn't about the 26 other members with Martin Amegule. It wasn't a suit about the defection. This suit was originated on the 29th of November 2023, far before the defection. So there wouldn't have been any issue about defection or about the legitimacy of the membership of the other 26 members and Martin Amegule for it to even get to the Supreme Court. The matter will not change midway. So the original suit was one that, it was a preemptive suit I described. One that Martin Amegule was afraid on the 29th of November that after the crisis in October, that the National Assembly was going to take over the proceedings of the Rivers State House of Assembly. Then there were in the Rivers House of Assembly. Then he was Speaker. Then the other 27 members and the other 3 even and 4, the case may be, were all members of the Rivers House of Assembly.
So this was way before the defection.
Yes.
So look at the people he sued. He sued the National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He sued the President of the Senate. He sued the Deputy President of the Senate. He sued the Speaker of the House of Reps, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Reps, the majority leader of the Senate, the minority leader of the Senate, the majority leader of the House of Reps, minority leader of the House of Reps, the clerk of the National Assembly. This party show clearly what I said, that his principal prayer was that the National Assembly should not be allowed to take over the proceedings of the Rivers
State House of Assembly.
went on to the governor. Now, the reason for his bringing the governor in here, he was alleging the governor, who was the 11th defendant, was going to call on the National Assembly to come and take over the proceedings. It wasn't about budget. It wasn't about defection. Then he also sued the Attorney General of Rivers State. Of course, that was the principal law officer of the state, his nominal. He sued the Accountant General of Rivers State. That one was when in the suit, he said that the governor was withholding funds that were due to them. So the Accountant General has to do with the transmitting of funds. He sued also the Rivers State Civil Service Commission. That one was when in the suit, he said the clerk and the deputy clerk of the Rivers State House of Assembly, who were public servants, he said that they were servants of the Rivers State Civil Service, Rivers State House of Assembly Service Commission, and were not to be deployed by the head of service at will. So you can see the nature of this case that started in the Federal High Court before Omotosho. So Omotosho was never invited to determine the issue of defection of the other members of the Rivers House Assembly. And in law, a judge cannot go on a frolic, on a voyage of his own, on a wide sea, to search for nothing that he wasn't asked to search for. The court is not a Christmas to give what he was not asked for. It's a long-time decision in a two-way versus a two-way. You cannot give what was not asked for. So these were never prayers before Justice Omotosho. Now, what were the prayers before Justice Omotosho? They asked the questions. They raised a lot of questions as to the legislative, the Powers and Privileges Act, whether the Rivers State House of Assembly. They asked the question as to the fund.
Oh, network will not allow us. I think the network has gone bad. Boards. So Barrister Darling, Barrister Kina, I don't know if you can still hear us. The network has ceased a little bit briefly. So you see the reason why we'll have conversations like this. It's important that we tell Nigerians the real facts and the truth of the matter. Instead of us to just look at social media sensations, wishy-washy conversations, and we just move along with the trends of social media. I'm a seasoned journalist. I know if you follow my hand for that kind thing. So I like the fact that Barrister Kine is helping us bring, clarity to this conversation. Barrister Kine, sorry, we lost you for a while. Please continue with your conversation.
So when you examine all of the questions, if there was time, I would have been slow to read the questions that Martin Amewule raised before Omotosho to answer. And in law...
Oh my network. Oh my network. I just wish that this network would not be a problem right now. Okay, Barrister Kine, are you there? Apologies, network. My sincere apologies. That was why we had to let you go first. Because as if we knew the network was going to give us challenge. Sorry, please, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Now to ask the questions before Omotosho, it will mean that Omotosho never had to answer other questions other than these ones. Whether the Legislative Houses Powers and Privileges Act 2017, including Section 21 of that Act, requiring a 3-month written pre-action notice to be given before even this action was to be instituted, whether the Martin Amewule properly instituted this action. That was a question that the judge had to answer. Pre-action notice. Because the defendants raised this issue that the Martin Amewule and the Rivers House Assembly did not give the notice to the National Assembly or the Rivers House Assembly to file that suit. Then, like the other questions, whether the Rivers State House of Assembly could be taken over by the National Assembly, pursuant to Section 4 of the Constitution. So, Justice Omotosho was to examine that question and answer whether that situation had arisen for National Assembly to take over. And also to answer the question whether the governor of Rivers State or the executive can deploy the clerk of the Rivers State House Assembly and the deputy clerk, who the Rivers State government argued that they were public officers and the head of service could deploy from time to time from one department to another. So when Martin Ameule himself raised these questions, he never raised the question as to the defection that people are now interpreting and drawing into this case now. So what then were the orders of Omotosho? If you read the judgment of Justice Omotosho that was delivered on the 22nd of January 2024, the orders of the court were made between about page 67 or then about to 71. And if you permit me to read those orders, you will find out that the judge didn't say anything about 27 members of the Rivers House Assembly.
So clearly this case is not about them.
It's not about them. But let me come again. Even when on the 15th of December, after they had filed this in November, remember, the defection had not taken place. They defected on the 11th of December. So having defected now, and the issue of defection had risen, and Edith then becoming the speaker. So the issue of the speakership became a challenge in Rivers State. They quickly, on the 15th of December, filed a motion in this suit. And I tell you again, Precious, even in that motion filed on the 15th of December, they did not raise the issue of the defection of the other 26 members and Martin Ameule. They rather challenged the issue of demolition of the Rivers State House Assembly. The four orders in that motion were that the court should restrain the governor and the executive from demolishing the House of Assembly, should restrain the governor and the executive from interfering in their access, that is the Martin Ameule and the other members of the House of Assembly accessing the House of Assembly. And again, to restrain the governor from presenting any request or nomination before the Rivers State House of Assembly other than the one that was presided over by Martin Ameule. That is even the motion they filed on the 15th of December. So take both processes together. Justice Omotosho was never invited to entertain and determine the very fundamental contentious issue of defection in contravention of
the eligibility, whether they are still members of the House of Assembly or not. Barrister Kine, a quick one, please. I am worried. I am aware that there is a case before the court to determine their eligibility, whether they are still substantive members of the House of Assembly or not. Why has the court not seen through to that case? I'm sorry, I had to ask. Because if the court has attended to that case, we will not be having these reactions over and over again. Why do you think the court hasn't attended to it yet?
Precious, your question is as good as mine. And I've always asked this question. I haven't got any answer, but I can only imagine a reason other than nothing more than politics. But it's unfortunate that even the judiciary, which is my primary constituency, is yielding to this influence of political office holders. And why do I say so? With all respect to the judges and the judiciary. But it is true that there are other matters that are principally on this issue that were even instituted only after the defection. They are here in the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt, not one, not two, to the best of my knowledge. I even know some that were later withdrawn. So, but surprisingly, those matters before the Federal High Court, even in Port Harcourt, have not been decided. It's going one way, one adjournment, one motion or the other. Why? Because that is actually the crux of the matter, where the courts would have been called to test the integrity and determination and forthrightness of the judiciary in interpreting the constitution of this country, particularly Section 109, and in upholding the existing decisions of the Supreme Court with respect to defection and Section 109 of the Constitution. So even these judges...
I was going to say that because there's already a substantive court judgment in that regard, would it be possible for the Supreme Court to also, judge against its own judgment or rule against its own judgment? That's on the one hand. But what applies to this House of Assembly members now? Does it also apply to someone like Nnamdi Kanu, who also left the party and is citing division in the party? But right now, there's clearly a division, a Wike camp in the party and another camp. what do you think would be the outcome of Nwoko's case, perhaps if the PDP takes it to courts?
Well, when matters are sub judice, when matters are before the court, especially, they are yet to be decided, then commenting on the merit of the matter, that is getting deep into what will preempt the courts, is not allowed. But except to analyze constitutional provisions, which we all have obligation to do. In fact, even the judges themselves swore to oath, contrary to the schedules of the Constitution, to uphold, promote, and of course, enforce the provisions of the Constitution. So we can at all times shout out at all times and in all circumstances that the provisions of our Constitution be upheld. So it is only in that regard that I would say any court that is entertaining any matter of defection with alleged conflict and splintering in the political party of the defector should please adjudicate that matter with respect to the provisions of the Constitution and the sacred principle of stare decisis. Let the decisions of the Supreme Court stand. That is the principle of precedent that the Supreme Court has decided already, interpreting what that splintering means, what that division means. So no judge at the trial court will even belabor himself to want to search or go to read any book to determine and interpret anew what division in a political party means, what splintering in a political party means. Any attempt by a trial judge will mean disrespect to the position of the Supreme Court, as has already been held in a number of cases.
Because there's already a judgment that that's set a precedent.
A number of Supreme Court decisions, and they must stand. If I'm a judge today of a federal high court, I will simply refer to those decisions of the Supreme Court and refer to the interpretation, whether right or wrong, that the Supreme Court has given to what splintering means. And the Supreme Court has done so already. They have not upturned themselves to give a new interpretation of division or splintering, or where these circumstances arise that will justify the proviso to section 109 or section paragraph G of subsection 1. That has not happened.
All right, so Barry Sekine, you're joining us from Port Harcourt. What is the mood generally in Port Harcourt? What are people feeling like? Are people being carried away? Are people carried away by the social media tussle between both parties, the Fubara's team and Wike's team, those that are jubilating and those that are for yeah and for against? What's the mood in Rivers State really?
Precious, I am proud of Rivers State and the people of Rivers State and their in-depth understanding of legal issues and constitutional issues, especially since we are exposed to a lot of constitutional and legal, if you like, disputes in Rivers State, not just now, since 1999. So residents in Rivers State have developed, I think, an enormous understanding of these issues. So Rivers State is calm. It's only on social media you see these reactions. And even the reaction on social media is on the balance. Those who probably want to misconstrue or imply what will favor them on social media, on the Blue app and other handles. You also see, on the other hand, those who have understood the laws also reacting and asking the fundamental question. If you like, the withdrawal, for instance, today, it's clear that you do not belabor the justice of the Supreme Court with a matter that has become mere academic. There are circumstances have already overtaken the issues that were raised then. Let us assume, concede really here now, that it was right for the governor to be ordered to represent the 2024 appropriation to a House of Assembly. Are we in 2024? This is 2025. It's a new fiscal year. The 2024 fiscal year has naturally died and buried. You cannot, it's unthinkable for us to go back to 2024 and imagine that we lay before a House of Assembly a 2024 appropriation bill to cover January or December of 2024 for projects and programs and administration in Rivers State. The public servants have been paid salaries, administration have gone on. Even some of these who are challenging now, they have benefited from their own allowances. and then public servants have been paid salaries, projects have been commissioned on the same budget, and again, even the issues around the legitimacy of that budget are sub judice. So I think for me, Rivers people have gone beyond those misconstructions of
So
government.
before I let you go, Barrister Kine, how is the River State Assembly going to continue like this? With just about 5 members on the Okojumbo-led team, and the other 27 lawmakers not working. Are they receiving salary since they are not working? I just need you to reiterate the fact. Are they receiving salary? If they are, is it legal for them to receive salary since they haven't really sat? Or since we can't, the court is yet to determine their eligibility? And then why haven't the political parties sort of holding elections to replace their position? I want to understand what's going on and how are they going to cope till 2024? Will the constituents,
27.
their constituents, 2027 rather, will their constituents not be disenfranchised because they are not ably represented? Because these are issues and we must talk about them.
Yes, Precious, you've raised a number of issues, but let me quickly take them. Number one is that the Constitution is to the effect that where any vacancy occurs in a legislative house, the Speaker, the presiding officer of that house, shall declare that position vacant and notify the Independent National Electoral Commission in this context, that is the House of Assembly and the National Assembly, to conduct election to fill those vacant positions. Now, since 2023, I know, and the media in this country had reported that when first Right Honorable Edison Ehie became Speaker, elected so by the remaining members of the House, he immediately declared those 27 seats vacant, pursuant to the provision of the Constitution, and communicated an Independent National Electoral Commission. That was all that the Constitution required him to do. And then the Constitution vested the power on INEC to conduct the election, not on the governor, not on Rivers people, not on political parties, but only exclusively on INEC. And INEC has not done that. I think the question should be put on the desk of INEC, and they should answer. But INEC will usually say, oh, that they were in court. Then secondly, on the issue of the constituents of these constituencies losing representation, it's regrettable. And that's a worry that we have here as public affairs analysts and Rivers residents.
Yes.
We desire a situation where indeed, and of our constitution envisage that where any of these circumstances arose, where either is death or resignation or vacation of office in this circumstance, that within 90 days, no more than 3 months, we should quickly conduct elections. And that hasn't happened. These constituencies have lost representation directly. But I thank God for the administration in the state, that the governor is still running administration across the state. Projects are everywhere across the state. I also thank God for few members remaining in the House of Assembly. I just read a few days ago, they are going across the local governments on legislative oversight. So I imagine that legislations or legislative activities are still going on. But how do we have true representation of this constituency? It's only when they have their representatives elected in the House of Assembly. So all we need to do is for the judges, the courts, to quickly consider this matter as one of urgency and determine this matter with finality. Either way, if the Nigerian courts want to turn the constitution upside down, so be it. But if they want to uphold the constitution as they have sworn to oath, then good for our democracy. And then it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter the position you occupy. It doesn't matter who is your godfather. Let the courts determine that the constitution is supreme and the rule of law is predominant. And then those members who carelessly exile themselves from the house to go home, and then fresh elections should be conducted. If they are qualified, they should contest, perhaps in the fresh political party, the All Progressive Congress they have defected to, or any other political party, so that we can have representatives in those constituencies. Then about the appropriateness or whether they are still receiving emoluments and allowances, I don't know. But in my view, it shouldn't be done. It won't be lawful for them to receive emoluments and allowances or in any way, any kind of remuneration. because they are no longer
Okay.
members of the Universal Assembly.
All right. So just before you leave us, I don't know if you noticed what played out today before Justice Binta Nyako at the Abuja High Court. The case with Nnamdi Kanu. I'd love you to chime in with it. But before you chime in, I'd love to play that video again of some footages of what played out so that you can, listen and make an informed decision as you respond. Let's see if we can play that again
Doesn't know the law.
so you can
You don't know the law.
respond.
I have a petition against Binta Nyako. I have a petition against her. Nonsense. Nonsense. Why is it when it comes to my case, they turn the law upside down? They turn the law upside down. Upside down. Upside down. Listen. This is the laws of Nigeria. The prosecution, and this court doesn't know the law. That is the fact. Poor knowledge of the law is killing Nigeria. Poor knowledge of the law, they don't know the law. This is a federal gazetted law of Nigeria that says here that the Chief Judge of Nigeria cannot tell Binta Nyako what to do. It's here. It's your law. Just obey it. That is why I do what I do. I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra. My right to agitate. My right. They turned it from treasonable felony now to terrorism. Stop talking when I'm talking.
Sorry, sir.
Because these people, they are fools. They think they can mess. You can mess around with people who are not educated. I am an educated man. I can't show them the petition for the simple reason that if you show it,
What the judge said was that the case file was.
I don't recognize anything Binta Nyako said today for the simple reason that she has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of courtesy and respect. She stands recused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to NJC. I don't want to talk about it. Justice Binta Nyako is using her position for personal gain. For personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. And they told them that if they convict me, this is what happens. You can see it. They don't want the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out in Nigeria. That's the problem. Who's that person? Where's that person? Binta Nyako's husband and son are facing corruption charges. They sent her to my case so they can release or smoothen the pathway for the husband and the son. They are facing. It doesn't matter if they off it. In a court setting, that's what happens. They are very, very corrupt. There is a breach of judicial oath. They have violated the judicial oath. They have shown bias according to Supreme Court. They are biased against me. Supreme Court said so. And that is why what is happening in the judgments and rulings concerning me has been happening. So, disobedience to superior court orders. Supreme Court said you are biased. You are against this man. You should not have revoked his bail. Nigeria went to Kenya and kidnapped him. These things are in the public domain. Why, therefore, are they insisting on trying me? A court order was entered. In that very court order, it was said very clearly and succinctly that he is no more. No. That she.
All right, so Baristine, you've seen that. I thought to quickly also bring it to attention so that we could let you go while Barrister Darlington and I continue. Now, he did make quite a couple of claims. First of all, he accused the Supreme Court or the Nigerian justice system of corruption. As you could see, in the middle of that proceeding, or while he was talking, they took the light. And he also did say that Justice Binta Nyako had recused herself from his case, and she stands recused. Why did the NJC still give her? Why did the Chief Justice return the case to her? So he is saying that they returned it because Justice Binta Nyanko's husband and son have a corruption case, and that they are using him as a bait. That if you can ensure that you judge against this young man, then we'll relieve your family. Do you think? Well, I can't ask you. I like for let me take a reaction on what you think about this whole issue before I ask further questions.
Yes, Precious, it's becoming embarrassing, really. The kind of trials that we take on certain individuals in this country as if they are aliens. But well, the most I would say here, these are allegations that need to be substantiated. But he alone, I mean, Nnamdi Kanu, knows the source of his information, how credible it is, and if it's called to substantiate that, if he can. But suffice that to be his allegation. But for me, if I were the judge, I would recuse myself. And these are fundamental issues of law. You see, the fundamental principle of fair hearing is expansive. The right of fair hearing is expansive. It's not just about putting someone in trial before a public or an open court. It's not only to have access to a legal representation. It's not only to be heard in the manner that you think should be heard, but to be heard fairly. Even to the conviction of that party to say, this judge cannot be fair to me. So please transfer my matter away from his court.
Does he have the right to say that?
In
Does
any circumstance that allegation is made, it's a subjective one.
Okay.
It's not about what the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court feels. Yes, it does have. Yes, that's why it's fair hearing. Anything, however the outcome of this trial would be, even if the judge is truly fair and just, Nnamdi Kanu will say, I said it yesterday, especially when it goes against him. I said it yesterday that this judge wasn't going to be fair to me.
The and that's within his right to do so, and it's within his right to do so. Right. But speaking clearly, do you think that the judicial system in Nigeria has been fair to Nnamdi Kanu with the way his case has been?
That's all. That I think subjectively, that is my view. I will think that I think it's become one case too many. Nnamdi Kanu has become, yes, it's become rather a victim of our law, a victim of judicial proceedings rather, and criminal trial in this country. It's been granted bail, and bail has been refused. It's been tossed here and there. He's been arrested and detained. He has got his matter has gone to the Supreme Court. I could hear him even say some of the pronouncements of the Supreme Court, but in defiance, he's still standing trial. That's not to say as a lawyer that if there are allegations, reasonable allegations leveled against him that is above the law, that he shouldn't be tried. But for goodness sake, let him be tried, fairly so. If he's been granted bail, I have always said that there is no offense that is not bailable. Even the treason that is being leveled against him, even murder, they
is bailable.
Yes, they
that means it's clearly unfair that he's still in the custody of the DSS and not even in prison, which is our official correction.
It's unfair. I have not seen a justification within the law. For how long will an arresting authority, the DSS is an arresting authority. It's not a correctional center. It's not a detention.
Yes.
It's an arresting authority at best, and investigate a matter, and of course charge someone for prosecution. If they have a prosecutorial power, they should prosecute the person in court. It's only the court that will determine the culpability of any individual.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Barrister Kini. Let me let you. I know you have other assignments, so that's why I had to bring you forth first and release.
Thank you very much
For
for.
joining me. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you so much for always supporting us. Thank you. Go enjoy the
Having
rest
me.
of your day. Thank you. All right, Barrister Clinton, you heard everything that Barrister Kini have said so far. I would like to know your thoughts, especially let's start with the Barrister with Nnamdi Kanu's case. I just played that footage of what happened in court again. I'd like to get your reaction to it.
Yeah, Precious.
Sir?
You know, before he came in, I was telling you that I don't believe that what happened is actually what was presented. I told you.
Mm.
Yes, because I didn't know the the position that the Supreme Court took in dismissing. So I was wondering, I told you.
Okay, you're talking about Fubara and Wike's case right now.
But
Okay.
now,
So we've not gotten to Nnamdi Kanu's
let's
case.
get to Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay.
What happened today? The
Mm.
man is fighting for it is his rights.
Okay.
It is the right.
That is Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for his rights.
Yes,
Okay.
right. Yes, all the allegations he made there today.
Okay.
He is right before the law.
Okay.
The woman has already recused herself from the case. Why is the chief judge now insisting
that she still remains the one to handle the case?
Exactly.
And he's saying that he doesn't believe that this woman will be fair to him.
Exactly.
And he's come with this accusation that Justice Binta Nyako has a personal interest in the case because that the judiciary is using her to prosecute him because they're using him as a bait. That if you can prosecute this man, will relieve your son and your husband of the corruption charges against them.
No, if you check, the woman has already recused herself from this case.
Yeah, she recused herself initially from the case.
Yes, she did. So if she have interest, she would have insisted on going ahead. But it is now the higher authority that are now imposing it on her, to continue with the case.
Okay.
That is the difference here. And right now, with what Nnamdi Kanu have said before her, she's even more confused now.
Oh, wow.
In fact, she's feeling guilty.
Wow.
She's feeling guilty now. Because
why is she not? What's his name? Nnamdi Kanu said that she recused herself from the case and she remains recused. So why did she accept to take the case back and continue with it?
No, what do you want her to do? Because it will amount to dereliction of duty,
okay,
and insubordination. That the chief judge gave you a case and you are now giving, what excuse are you giving?
So, but
you go into the case, and then if something untoward happens, it will no longer be your matter. It will no longer be your problem.
So, Barrister Darlington, with all these kinds of what happen for inside our judiciary, what's in the team mean for our judicial system? Because a lot of people come bring in the drama of the repentant Boko Haram people. If you look through the pages of the newspaper, I think sometime in 2020, there was a Senate sitting of how repentant Boko Haram members may even get abroad overseas education and training. So if you can spend the nation's resources to train on people who have killed and maimed, thrown people away from their, in fact, killed some disabled villages are being massacred people, ensure that they're no longer in their places of their homes of origin, their ancestral homes and all that. If they go feature away people like that, then they go use state resources to rehabilitate them. People come, they say, so what's exactly what Nnamdi Kanu do? We make it day too bad for today forgiven.
Like I just told you here, they are looking for an excuse to hold Nnamdi Kanu perpetually, but it is becoming an embarrassment on the part of the government because the Supreme Court has said it, that look, we don't even have a law to try this man.
Okay.
The way you rendition him from Kenya is wrong. You need to apologize and compensate him. In fact, the Supreme Court even advised Nnamdi Kanu to go and institute a civil case against the federal government. So, with all this, the government is ashamed now with what transpired today in court, because they were thinking that they will break Nnamdi Kanu's spirit. But from all indication, the man is still firing from all cylinder. I'm telling you, and he's even quoting the law, which is right, because that gazette, yes, it is
where he quotes for law, where he talks,
the chief judge cannot tell
a high court judge what to do on a particular case that is wrong.
So for him to return that file back to the woman, it's like dictating for her when she have already recused herself from the case. You see, A very valid point. Then that of the husband and the son is equally a valid point. I mean, how could you be doing that on a matter of this high profile? You are not supposed to. The young man have told you, I cannot have faith in your judgment on this matter. All the government needed to do is to bring another person. It's as simple as that. So why are they insisting? It is this insistence that they becoming suspicious. Because Binta Nyako is not only High Court judge in Abuja. She's not. So why are they insisting that she must prosecute? That means there must be some agreement somewhere. Just like Nnamdi Kanu allege. So if the government is very fair and they want this matter to be handled in a fair and free manner. They should get another judge for the young man. Maybe he will listen to the court and all that.
All right. So, he said something about the fact that he's not seeking too much. He's seeking for Biafra, and that is his right. It's within his right to agitate or make any form of agitation. But it's that thing. What did this thing mean on the marginalization where the Southeast people don't they cry about, say, they're marginalized? If not somebody from the Northwest, where they Nnamdi Kanu's position, therefore don't hold them like this, or someone from the Northeast, or someone from the North at all. Because we saw how Igboho's case was treated, and how when President Tinubu came into power, how Igboho was eventually released. And we also saw what happened to Miyetti Allah leader when he was released that time, after he formed that militia group. When he told go make sure they go around Nigeria and all that. But they release. So what's be the reason we make Nnamdi Kanu's Nkonde so special where they no agree release them? You feel say this one speak to the marginalization where the Southeast people they shout about things?
No, it's not. It's gone beyond marginalization. No, it's not hatred.
Hey, wait, hatred, ke?
Yes,
Kia.
it's an ethnic hatred against the Igbos.
Oh wow.
Yes, because the way it's playing out, it's sounding like you don't like a particular group of people and their gods.
Okay.
What the North will do and get away with it. If an Igbo man try it, we'll go in for it. So what Kanu said today, in fact, I want to give kudos to him. He's the true Igbo blood. He acted like a true Igbo son. They think that they can break his spirit, but they can see that the man is not letting go.
Okay.
He's insisting on his right. And I know, no matter how long it takes, they will release Nnamdi Kanu. Whatever game they are playing, it will not work because Nnamdi Kanu is insisting. He has made it clear on what he wants. Self-determination is not a crime.
So, Barrister Darlington,
it's not a crime.
Some people also, they talk about the arrogance. Because if you watch that video, some people talk, say the way you use hit a particular lawyer, say, don't talk when I'm talking. And all that. People say that this arrogance, now if you look keep him since.
Look,
some people, they talk, say, it show bravery because he don't date there since. And the things where they do to him, suppose don't break him, but the things no break him.
Yes.
The thing make him they braver.
Look,
so,
in this particular case, remember when he made such comment against the Igbo leadership and all that, I reacted against it.
And when he talks, who be that bastard?
Now, what he did in court is proper.
Okay.
Because you cannot beat a child and ask that child not to cry. He even came to court today thinking that maybe they will release him today. But when he came and another thing came out, that was when he now flared up. You cannot really blame him because you are beating a child and you ask him not to cry.
But wait, though.
The injustice is what is own.
So what will be the thing we go make a judge can postpone in case indefinitely? That is Titi we don't know when. That is they never make up their mind when they go 1 year in case. That means will continue to day where in day till when we don't know.
Exactly, because already the matter did not go on. So what date are you going to adjourn a case that did even take off in court? How will you adjourn a matter that did not take, and with the way the defendant is acting?
Okay.
Even if you give another day, what makes you think that if another day comes, you will not do worse things? So the woman is just simply saying.
All right, so make I quickly let Nigerians know so they go be joining this conversation. You can join in on this conversation. You can call us live. I'd like to hear your thoughts and reactions on what you think about the Fubara versus Wike and Amewole let team issue, as Barrister Ekine has explained to us and broken it down. If you didn't watch that part, then you should go and watch the earlier part of this conversation. You would hear how he broke down the conversation for us. Then let's also hear what your reaction is about Nnamdi Kanu's case. Wow. Phone lines are open 0817 029 4077. You can only call this line on WhatsApp. Only on WhatsApp, maybe if you call us for this number 0817 029 4077. Make we hear what you think about all this matter. Then no worry, here we need to off your mic here, honorable. Your mic always there on here. So just call us for 0817 029 4077. But Darlington, you want to talk something?
Yes, you see this Fubara, Wike, and the lawmaker. Oh my God. A lot of dubious insinuation have crept into this matter.
Oh wow!
I mean, dubious, because I was surprised when they said the Supreme Court dismissed. You know, I was telling you, I said no, it cannot be right in law. Did they interpret Section 109? You know, until my friend from Rivers now said because he's closer to that place, he should know better. You know, I will even shine more on this matter, maybe later. But from what he has said and other, I now agree with him. Because the issue of defection was never on the table. It's not what they dismiss. So, Rachel, are you aware?
Yes.
It's not what they dismiss. They can't just dismiss that matter. No, it's not possible. But wicked people have gone to town to brainwash gullible Nigerians.
Just social media people now. You don't get to be
Nigerians, I want to make it clear to you. The issue of defected lawmakers in Rivers State have not been decided though. It is the matter that was withdrawn, earlier matter, about National Assembly coming to take over the activities of Rivers State House Assembly. That matter was there even before the defection. So that is what was withdrawn because they
say events don't take over the issue because the people Kukuma don't decamp the matter they court.
Exactly. So what are you now ruling now? What are you ruling now? Nobody is coming to take over any Rivers State House of Assembly. So what are you deciding? That is what happened, no? So that you don't go to town and think that the matter has been decided. And as a matter of fact, I don't know. I don't know how APC and the Wike will regulate out of that matter. That's why the matter is still pending. If it is in their favor of pressure, they would have gone into it now. Yes, they would have gone into it long ago.
So you feel say what make they never even hear the matter at all. Because but is that not corruption on its own? For a case to be before the court now for more than 1 year,
exactly.
The courts never hear the matter till now.
Up till now.
And they never do anything about to hear them.
Yes,
just because of the people interest when the thing no go
serve
well. Not the corruption be that.
It will not be in their interest.
Oh, wow.
So if Wike and the APC truly think that they have power, let them go into that matter and let me see which court will now rewrite our constitution because they want to favor a particular party and a particular person. That will be the day of infamy in Nigeria. The reason why that thing is still pending is because APC cannot rewrite our constitution. It can never happen because the matter is very clear. Very, very clear, unambiguous. So they don't know because initially what they thought did not happen. That is why that matter has become a very big quagmire for them. They cannot go forward. They cannot go back. You see? So let nobody be deceived though. The issue of 27 lawmakers that defected have not been decided. That is the position of the law now. So whatever was dismissed, events have overtaken it completely. That was why the Fubara even withdraw the case in the first place. So let nobody be deceived though. Let nobody be deceived. We are making it clear so that you don't go to town and start saying what is not.
Okay, so Darlington, we have said earlier today, there's some people then will enter inside meeting and people they worry. So this kind of meeting, what did they hold? What thing will happen? Because we have said Tambo, Obasanjo, I think whether Atiku, some of them then they meeting for Abiyokuta here with Obasanjo. But Darlington, what thing you think if they cook for inside that meeting?
In coalition, after all, when APC wanted to take over from PDP,
the coalition.
They are coalition and coalesce. So there's nothing wrong there. They are not holding any coup plotting or whatever. They are free to gather. There is freedom of association in our constitution.
And their gathering may not be in vain.
So as long as Obasanjo is now in the mix, since he doesn't want to retire, maybe something will come out of it. Even Atiku and Obasanjo coming together, what do you think will happen? So Tinubu is going to face a very hard time in 2027. Because look at it yourself. This man is thinking that he owns Nigeria. I mean,
Tinubu the
yes.
thing saying, oh, in
Oh
Nigeria.
my God,
How?
the way he has been acting with so much impunity and arrogance, bulldozing everybody, doing things as if they don't have any law. At a point, I said it that Tinubu will shoot himself on the right foot. All this nonsense that he had power is a lie. It's just that Nigerians have allowed him. If they stand against him, Tinubu have no power. He have no power. Already, there is cracks in APC now. From Lagos State to Osun State. From Osun State to Rivers State now. Even to other northern states. APC is cracking, all because of Tinubu's style of leadership. He think he can, pocket everybody the way he did in Lagos. No, it's not possible. Precious, it's
Sir?
not possible. Somebody should tell Tinubu that the cup is already being filled up. His cup is already filled up. I don't know how we will get out of this, because even APC members, prominent APC members, are coming out against him. And there's nothing he can do. There is nothing he can do. There's a proverb in my place. They say when a man becomes too powerful, his kinsmen will gather together and face him. I'm telling you.
So Barrister Darlington, you think say coalition go fit stop Tinubu for 20?
If they succeeded with it
2027.
in 2015, why can't
But
another
remember,
person?
say him na master strategist.
No,
and he
no,
follow play the
don't-
game for 2027. So he know the kind game when play.
leave all
If he no
those-
agree, make it happen again.
Leave all those things. I told you that monkey clever. It is when the trees are together.
And because it's tree near tree. So
So
he tree them far, for no clever.
no clever anything. So now that his prominent Nigerians are coming out, I want to see how he will do it. One thing, out of two things, one must happen. One must happen, yes, because rigging machinery is what they are going to destroy in the first place. If all these people gather together, do you think they will allow the election to be rigged? That means there will be a problem. I'm not joking. They will tell INEC, look, that thing you did in 2015 and 2023, I think is over. Any other mess that will set Nigeria on fire. By the time you know that these prominent people, their eye they red, nobody will tell him to be very careful. Let people's vote to count. If Tinubu now win, we said okay. But for you to be thinking of rigging instead of thinking of winning an election, we'll not take that again. I want to see how APC will win this election.
But Barrister Darlington, you know, think that the president they take the right steps by sacking some INEC regs and
all those things are just
and even INEC chairman don't they ask me they give them an electoral offense court where they say they go use the prosecutor
all
to do bad things.
All those things now palliative.
So now wash.
Yes, now palliative. They are doing all this thing just to cover our face. They don't even.
So it means a glitch will happen again for 2027.
Even if they give them the special court, who will come there? The court have already asked INEC chairman, bring electoral offenses to us. The man did not answer them since last year. He did not even answer the court. And the court is about to order for his arrest. Is it the man that will now obey what the special court will do? If the people that committed this offense are those who are his paymasters, will he equally bring them to that court? Because it is him who will bring those people. It is himself who will bring those people. So if he did not bring them, will the court to go on their own and pick somebody for the trial? So the INEC chairman is not sincere. All the things he promised us with the Edo and Odo election, did he fulfill them? Edo is now in contestation. In fact, because of the insecurity in Edo,
they moved the tribunal to Abuja.
So what does that tell you? If that election was free and fair, will anybody be talking? Even now, the man in that place, the Monday Ogbebolo, he's jittery.
They go Edo governor.
I said he's jittery because the evidence is overwhelming. It's jittery. You see, so if election cannot be free and fair, why must you now be celebrating a man who presided over it?
They try to talk, so they supposed also come
chairman. So when you are removing this other rec and other, you are making a mistake. That's not the issue. The issue is the head of INEC, who will always come and tell us one cock and bull story. Is he not the one that will announce the final result? He's the one, just like he did in 2023. So if the man is not honest and sincere, why should I believe in him? The ones he have done so far have told us who he is.
All right, so Barrister Darlington, going back to Nnamdi Kanu's case, he's saying that the poor knowledge of the law now waiting to kill Nigerians because say we self we be say would they handle the law. I be even the people then wait they in charge of the law. Say they not even sabi the law within they in charge of. I would like to take a reaction on that event.
No, the young man have in fact he has equitably represented himself. Oh. Nobody can fault what he said because he has the copy of this thing. He has the copy. Apparently, the lawyer made it available to him and all that. So he's not talking rubbish.
So if you say our judicial people wait they in charge for our judiciary still not even know the law. As they go against the law we be saying and then they protect.
I said I sympathize with the female judge, Binta. This Kanu has given her a lot of sleepless nights. The way she's now accusing him of being biased and all that. And then reminding her that the son and the husband are facing corruption charges. So, are you telling me that woman will be happy when she goes home today? Are you telling me? She'll be thinking about it. Yeah, this case has messed that woman up. I'm telling you.
So you just bring out her leg for
yeah, that's why she said, look, this matter is adjourned sine die. That is indefinitely. Yes. Definitely. That's the meaning. So the woman is not happy at all. She's not happy. All right. What she have said by the side to one Amadi, Dr. Amadi, about federal government and this case, you will know that yes.
That when she talked to Dr. Amadi since.
Exactly. That will tell you that look, even the federal government knows.
When she talks, just for people who don't know, when she talks, say she don't really see any case against Nnamdi Kanu because the prosecutor go dey hard.
I'm telling you.
Waiting Amadi talks, exactly. She talk then.
And I told you here that if federal government have a strong case against Nnamdi Kanu, this matter would have been going on whether Nnamdi Kanu come to court or not. After all, Tom Polo was tried in absentia. Your brother.
And then he was still giving a federal government contract. And he gave up from Buhari ten, or you see they inherit the contract today for this tenure.
And I was wondering, the only reason why that guy is behaving anywhere, his name is government. And you cannot jail government.
Government of Tom Polo.
You cannot jail government. So the government got tired of this guy. So how can we
the government see government? They call it government of government.
How can you jail a government? Okay. So the guy had everything going for him. So that is the truth. So if Nnamdi Kanu is guilty as charged, my dear, the federal government would have gone ahead to do the trial, whether he comes to court or not. Yes. Okay. They would have gone ahead and the judgment will be sound because the evidence is overwhelming. But here, they have nothing against him. That matter can never go
so make I take some reactions if people don't get since we did here because phone lines are still open. You can join the conversation if you want to call us and join live. Maybe I should even send you the real stream link so that you can join in. So if you're on YouTube and you're watching us and you'd like to join the conversation on real stream, I can send you the link so you can join the conversation. That is if you don't mind your face showing on real stream. Yeah. If you don't mind your face showing, I can just I'll put up the YouTube, the real stream link so you can join the conversation on real stream. Let's just hear your thoughts and reaction on the conversation. So yeah, that's the link. It's there. Unfortunately, my TikTok guys, I can't carry along on this. Forgive me, but I'll be doing special live for TikTok people very soon. This is my first ever like. I'll try to do special live for TikTok as we move forward. So the real stream link is there. If you want to join the conversation, just click on the link and I'll see you and I'll let you in, admit you into the room to join the conversation. So I take some reactions. Tracy Jacopini, remember her, Barrister Darlington? She talks, say, notification gang. That is, she joined notification, can't join us. And Barrister Darlington, why Mr. Kine they talk? She can't dash us £20. Tracy, online, she dash them for YouTube. I they tell you. One Tracy, one of our very, very strong watchers. Tracy, I'm sure you can hear us. Thank you so much. Barrister Kine will also extend his thanks. Thank you so much. Jessica Frank says, Baba, no, Baba need this. They said Baba is sleeping in Nigerian newsroom. No, Barrister Darlington was not sleeping. It was just his demand. Please let Baba go to bed if you have. Barrister Darlington is they say if they sleep. Ima Igri say Nigeria problem reached to make Barrister Darlington sleep.
Oh God.
Wahala too much. And why can't Nigerian government let Nnamdi Kanu go? No Soromo Justin says shameless justice system in Nigeria is obvious. Let me see if I can admit that person once more on TikTok. I'm coming. Let me just be done with this. And Ekene Ezike says release MNK abeg, judiciary contradicting itself at every turn. And Ngozi Ilo says, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no case to answer, so the court should allow him to go. This is pure hatred on the Igbos. I honestly feel so sorry for the Igbos. It is a shame for the country, Nigeria. And Charles E says, postponed indefinitely. This is illegal. This is tantamount to life imprisonment without trial. Barrister Darlington, you think that so? That's what you take.
Yeah, the matter will come up.
Okay. And then Kenneth Ononubu say, Barrister Darlington, you have said it all. You have truthful proverbs that show and support the truth. And in that case of Nnamdi Kanu, has no case. And Wise Warriors say they made a mistake by giving MNK time to read the Constitution while chilling in DSS Wahala. Pro Max. He say Wahala Pro Max on Nigeria. Say it be like a mistake they make when they give a Constitution to read. Why indeed? Because they say they don't let them read the Constitution. If you don't know your right to reach this level, where you say you know your right. Okay, I think somebody tried to join us live from TikTok. Join us on TikTok. I wish the person can rejoin again. Let's see if we can have the person on. And yeah, phone lines are open. You can join the conversation. I'll send the Restream link. You can also join the conversation from YouTube, from Restream. Just click the link and join, and we'll admit you into the room to joining on the conversation. Let's get to take your thought, your reaction on the conversation, and get to know what you think. So, Barrister Darlington, Atiku Abubakar respond. He talks, say, in visit to Obasanjo for Abiyokuta, no get anything to do with politics or elections. Say, just go visit the man. You think, say, that one, I just...
He won't go,
just play down.
Precious.
Sir?
Precious.
Sir? Remember, say, they the time where be say them, they don't gossip. Say, Shawore talk, say Obasanjo use Peter Obi to make sure say he divide Atiku Abubakar vote, make Atiku no ever be president of Nigeria for that 2023 election. So he thinks say that kind of thing still they happen.
You know, the only thing that is constant in life is change.
Not change, yes, sir.
A man is entitled to change his mind. Let me tell you one small story. You know, when Jesus Christ was about to be prosecuted,
okay,
the Pharisees and the Sadducees, you know, say they know they agree because of their principles and their beliefs. But when Jesus Christ was becoming a thorn in their flesh, the two of them now came together and handed him over to Pontius Pilate to condemn him to death.
Okay.
What does that tell you? When two sworn enemies have come together against another person whom they perceive to be a
common enemy.
Okay. You know that the end is already here.
Away.
Yes, that was what happened. The Pharisees and the Sadducees, they gathered together. They became friends because of Jesus Christ. Just to make sure that he is prosecuted and they condemned to death. And that was why Pontius Pilate even listened. Initially, they were divided because of their belief system. They have different belief and different approach to religion. Okay. But on Jesus Christ, they came together. That was why the thing had weight. So if Atiku and Obasanjo and other APC people who are not comfortable with what is going on are coming together, what do you think is going to happen? You think they will fail? They will not fail. The only thing is that they should make sure whoever is going to be our next chairman that will conduct 2027 election, it must be made clear to that man that, look, if this election is rigged, forget it. I'm telling you, yes. That thing that they don't want to hear, maybe it will happen in 2027.
So, Barrister Darlington, you know, sure, say, for just wait, the entire Nigerian supposed to begin seek for or demand for true electoral reforms.
That is what we are talking about. When we get to the bridge, you now talk of crossing it. Yes, let us see if these people will come together and allow the election to be rigged. That's what I'm now saying. What are you telling me? If you want to win free and fair. Nobody is stopping you from contesting or the election and all that. But it must be free and fair. If not, there'll be problem. Let us make it clear, because if they rig Tinubu out in an election, he will not agree. He will not agree. So why would you be the one doing it? Is that have to be master strategies by getting victory through the back door?
So some people go say evidence they say they rig amounts. Evidence.
It is more than obvious. Why would the presidential election be the only one that have glitch?
Ew.
No, why would the only election of all the election that had glitch?
Ew.
Is it not obvious? I mean, it's like when a witch is at work. Do you want to see evidence? You only know that the person is drying up. They are sucking his blood, but you won't see anything. That's how they operate. Spiritual matters, you don't get evidence. So you can't go to court and say witches and wizards are attacking me. The court will say, who are the witches and wizards? Where is the address? But you that is suffering, you know that something is going wrong. That's what happened with this type of thing. You can't tell me that of all the elections, the only presidential election that got a glitch, and you announce the result dead in the night when people are sleeping, deliberately. You even told her that all the shortcomings that you observe, that you are going to look into it, but you never did. Mahmoud Yakub never did. He did not address all those things. He just announced the result willingly on his own. Then while the IRF was being observed, we saw cancellations and cleaning up and all that.
Yes.
And so what does that tell you? This is an election that should be seamless. Who was cancelling those things there?
So,
Who?
Barrister Darlington, at what point can we get it right in this country in terms
Until
of election?
we rise
Ordinary
up.
South Africa for backyard.
I said no.
Do election,
that is it.
and we'll see how good it is.
We must fight it until we get it right.
So that means we're supposed to continue to talk. We're not supposed to keep talking.
Even if it means using protest, let us do it. I'm telling you. If South Africa people did not fight, do you think apartheid would have ended by now?
So to say then keep quiet.
No.
So a closed mouth for be closed destiny.
I am telling you.
So that means waiting would they do now? They are the right on the right side. We're supposed to continue to talk
all
about
the
our
people
country.
that got independence from their colonial master. Share that they sleep when their colonial master come and wake them up and say, "Come, take your independence. We are going." They no fight.
No, not that's why come Nigeria, so come carry your independence, so won't give on at the independence.
Except the snake say, except in real like a snake. People feel use them tie wood, say na rope. So when you see a snake, as long as it is lying on the road, you now want to go and touch it. By the time he raise his head, and then peck at you, you go not say yes.
Say snake don't come.
It's not be rope before.
All right, make a look at that. Go fit admit one person for TikTok live to join us. So if you want to join the conversation, kindly just see if you can just come into the conversation on TikTok and YouTube too. I'm expecting anyone to join the conversation if you want to. But let me just take reactions. Barrister Darlington, reaction plenty for YouTube here. Ikeji Kumba say prayer. He said this my Muslim cap fits me. Thank you so much. It's in Nigeria. Go here and well. They don't know who be Ohamadike. Ohamadike. Imenke. Okay. My goal says all this of not giving him Messiah MNK is more clever. He said Messiah MNK is more clever than the whole entire people. Okay.
I'm telling you.
Anthony Obiara says, I greet Una Madam Precious and Barrister Darlington. We greet you to Anthony. And Pastor Savage says Nnamdi Kanu lawyers are clout chasers. And Mazi Prince say, good morning, Barrister Darlington, watching live. Thank you so much for watching. We see you and we appreciate you. Okay says, wow, this is live. Yes, it is live. Call in to have your reaction. Check the pin message. There's a phone number there. You can call in on WhatsApp to join this conversation, to drop your thoughts. And then Prince Onyekachi says, please talk about what happened in court today. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Something that we'll finish talking about. Maybe because you're just joining us. Let me go back and play that video of what happened today in court today.
Everybody that says
why are you so Barrister Darlington they take lights for inside Nigerian court. So make I play and back to say never watch. Take a listen and watch everything happen.
I have a petition against Binta Nyako. I have a petition against her. Nonsense. Why is it when it comes to my case, they turn the law upside down? They turn the law upside down. Upside down. What did you say? Upside down. What the rules? Listen.
This is the law of
Nigeria. The prosecution and this court doesn't know the law. That is the fact. Poor knowledge of the law is killing Nigeria. Poor knowledge of the law, they don't know the law. This is a federal gazetted law of Nigeria that says here that the Chief Judge of Nigeria cannot tell Binta Nyako what to do is here. It's your law. Just obey it. That is why I do what I do. I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra. My right to agitate. My right. They turned it from treasonable felony now to terrorism. Stop talking when I'm talking.
Sorry, sir.
These people, when they are fools, they think they can mess around. Who are I am an educated man. I can't show them the petition for the simple reason that if you show it,
What the judge said was that the case file was.
I don't recognize anything Binta Nyako said today for the simple reason that she has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of courtesy and respect. She stands recused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to NJC. I don't want to talk about it. Justice Binta Nyako is using her position for personal gain. For personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. And they told them that if they convict me, this is what happens. You can see it. They don't want the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out in Nigeria. That's the problem. Who's that person? Who's that person? Nyato's husband and son are facing corruption charges. They sent her to my case so they can release or smoothen the pathway for the husband and the son.
Who are the like?
They are facing. It doesn't matter if they're off it. In a corrupt society, that's what happens. They are very, very corrupt. There is a breach of judicial oath. They have violated the judicial oath. They have shown bias according to Supreme Court. They are biased against me. Supreme Court said so. And that is why what is happening in the judgments and rulings concerning me has been happening. So, disobedience to superior court orders. Supreme Court said you are biased. You are against this man. You should not have revoked his bail. Nigeria went to Kenya and kidnapped him. These things are in the public domain. Why, therefore, are they insisting on trying me? A court order was entered. In that very court order, it was said very clearly and succinctly that she is no more. No. That she.
Barrister Darlington. Barrister Darlington. Barrister Darlington. Barrister Darlington, this matter, what is sumio? It wake my mouth.
You don't finish and the whole world is watching.
Oh, apologies. So some people on TikTok say the background not too clear. So I played a video of what happened in court today while Nnamdi Kanu was in court. And how, by the way, they take lights while he did court. That he did court, they talk as they defend himself. When the court judge say he don't postpone in case indefinitely. Now Oga begin talk. Say even Justice Binta Nyako say he did guilty. Say he did guilty. Say in fact, say the reason we make she continue. Remember, say she be don't comot herself, wash her hand, comot for inside the case. And as she wash her hand, come up for the case, the chief judge for inside the High Court not supposed to give her the case again to handle. They're supposed to reassign the case to someone else, but they still reassign the case to her again. And he is saying that the reason they are reassigning the case to her is because her son and her husband have corruption cases against them. Have corruption cases, and that the High Court they tell them say be the judicial system they tell them say now only when she fits handle in case if she fit prosecute them, then she go fit comot, they go fit relieve, in fact comot the allegation of corruption and be the corruption charge really on top her husband and her son. That's what Nnamdi Kanu said today in court. And while he was making case for himself and all that, they took the light. right? And then some people have also, as I spoke to you earlier, spoke about his arrogance, the way he was talking and the way he brushed off someone, a lawyer, one of the lawyers who was talking while he was talking. I said, don't talk while I'm talking, and all of those. Well, I would really love to take your reactions on this conversation. And we also talked about the Port Harcourt case, that is the River State case, Supreme Court judgment today that dismissed the case of the case by the Sim Fubara on Amehule. And that case, the lawyer made it clear that that case was not that they dismissed a case against Amehule in favor of Amehule and his team against Fubara. No, that the case was the initial case that was taken to court because they thought that there was a call for the National Assembly to take over the River State House of Assembly. That time they get problem before these people defect. So that case, now when Ibi say the state governor say National Assembly, you don't get right to take over River State House of Assembly when there are still members who are here and all that. Say now that case, so now Ibi say court dismiss, no be the Supreme Court dismissed. And the governor even wish they made them dismiss them because events don't overtake case. So this one that people were happy and excited over the matter, no, that it's not the case
and
at all.
And it was dismissed because the governor withdrew the case.
Withdrew the case,
they
exactly.
They did not even try it.
Yes.
They did not.
That's the reason why
they dismissed
it was dismissed.
Withdrawal and dismiss are two different things. They dismissed it because the governor withdrew the matter. So what are you going to try? That's why they dismiss it.
So it's important that we know. So let me take a few of your reactions. Remember that the WhatsApp line is still open. You can join the conversation on WhatsApp. Just call in live to join the WhatsApp conversation, or you join the Restream link. Oh, I think I have someone waiting on Restream. Let me see. I have someone. Let me let him in. Hello, that's you.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, Barrister Darlington.
Please.
Good morning. Yes, so you know, whenever they said that whenever there is a successful man, there's always a woman behind. Right? Look at the person that can be busy. That's the person that yes.
Hello, wifey. How are you, wifey?
Yeah, that's the person that keeps me busy.
All right, so
you know,
timing on the conversation.
Yes, well, for me, I've resigned from Nigerian politics. Now, look, I just look. I'm telling you.
No look.
Because at the end of the day, the people we are fighting for are the ones that join in fighting against us here. Why do I say so? Most Nigerians that I thought that were like-minded, joined in voting for the one we have here, the buffoon Trump. And he's showing them shaking now. So for me, I just resign from politics. I'm just
so you taking a back. Every time you protect mental health, you go protect your mental health.
Yes. Well, not me do now God. Let me take a back seat a little bit. And protect my health. And all that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, in regards to your family, thank you.
No problem. Thank you. All right. See the people that were greeting you.
Do you know that when you are fighting for a cause like this, not everybody will be on board with you? You know that. Remember Moses when he was leading the Israelites out of Egypt? Did they not grumble? Some people grumbled.
All right, so Barrister Daniel, you have someone joining us on WhatsApp, but it's a video call. If you want to do video call, join the Restream link. Hello. So just click on that link. If you want to do a video call, click on the link.
We're hearing him now.
Because if you're just talking to us, it will be audio alone. So if you want visual, please click on that link we sent to you. All right, thank you. All right. So, Barrister Darlington, so you know the reason why it's important to also they talk about these issues, because just like you said, countries like South Africa and other countries did not get them one day.
At all. It's
so
not possible.
if we continue to keep quiet and we will continue to do where we
did,
so
at least let Tinubu know that people are no longer happy with him. Now that his party members have joined the protest train,
Okay.
let me now know whether he will come and be telling us stories.
Okay.
Whether na juju, that juju don't fall, it don't break, it don't scatter. Yes, now that APC members are holding nocturnal meetings and all that.
Nocturnal meetings?
Yes, I'm
Nicodemously.
Reform the Arewa people.
They don't want to make you say make you not try them again, no. They don't want them.
All those ones.
They don't want to make
all
you.
Those ones
say make you not try them at all.
Those ones
say it won't cause chaos for inside the country.
It's a lie. They are
make you
political
not try
jobbers. Who are even there? They say I reform. They reform. So the ones when they reform, where are they?
Okay, unreformed that right?
Yes, now.
Could there be an unreformed?
Why not? When something reform, there must be a reform part
because
of
that group didn't reform
the
that
same
right?
Ogboni reformed Ogboni.
Stop it.
Really?
Stop it, personality. All right, so I'm trying to see if someone can join the conversation, the TikTok live. If you're live on TikTok, you can join. And if you want a video call, just just click on the real stream link I sent earlier on YouTube. You can join. So let me take more reactions because the reactions are so much on YouTube. FX Bull says, what he said, what man is angry? When a man is angry, he can do anything. Stopping his lawyer from talking does not mean anything. He wants his voice to be heard to the whole world, and does not want distractions. That
exactly.
That's
and he wants the government to know that the spirit is not broken.
Okay.
Yes, now.
Emeka Anthony says, watching from Chicago. Thank you, Emeka, for joining us. Appreciate you. Emeka, he says, whoa, what a great idea to be on the live stream. DCK Precious and Barrister Darlington. Thank you. FX Bull says, when a man, okay, that's what you were trying to explain. Chingitin says, good evening from Indonesia. Precious Wanyama and Namuku Darlington. Let them reason Ohamadike for us. So let them release him for us. So and Prince Onyekachi says, thank you so much for the video. Eze Nwanne Obagze says, oh, you put your hand for head. That's a Chineke me, that kind of fan for head. And he said Nigeria is no. Nigeria day. No talk say no day. No. Okay. And Celestine says MNK knows the rights, and that is why Nigeria is keeping mute. What about those who are being maltreated and do not don't know their rights or anyone to speak for them? Wow. That's Nigeria for you. Honestly speaking, who don't know your right for this country? You don't understand. And FX will says, Hamdika, one of Igbo, Nnamdi Kanu, I hail you, I see you. Chime Iberi says, Nnamdi Kanu is a lion of Africa. And Obagzi says, bless the WhatsApp number. Okay, I've dropped the WhatsApp number. I don't know if you've seen it. You should just check it out. I've dropped the WhatsApp number already. I appreciate you guys. We're about to take a break so we can go join go start our radio program. Thank you, Barrister Darlington. I would like, in case you get parting shots to talk concerning this matter.
Yes.
And
what I want to say is that the federal government of Nigeria, you are delaying, you are postponing the inevitable. Whether you like it or not, Nnamdi Kanu must be released. Because to do otherwise will bring unpalatable consequences. We have been advising you, we have been pleading, we have been suggesting, leave this man. Since the Supreme Court has spoken, yet some people kept adamant for whatever reason. If the inevitable happened, I don't know how you are going to handle it.
God forbid.
I don't know how you are going to handle it. That's what we are saying. Look, remember that World Cup problem in Rwanda. It was when the plane of Haba Maria, the president, was shot down. That was when hell was let loose in Rwanda. When people don't want to tell his story and history, they don't tell it proper. They say it was a radio, whatever. No. The real problem was when this man plane was shot down. And these people felt that, okay, so our own man, who is the president, you people killed him, Abi. Then, to your attention, Israel, and the rest is history. There is no way peace will return, either in the south of Nigeria, if something happened to Nnamdi Kanu. With the popularity he has gathered, with the way the United Nations and the whole world have got interest in this matter, the federal government should be very careful. Let them release this, because they have released others who did worse things. That's even the issue here. They have released others who did worse things than Nnamdi Kanu. So holding him is like you have already validated the opinion or the impression of the Igbo that you hate them. That's the truth. Because no other person has suffered this kind of intimidation for doing nothing. So The earlier, the better. Let them release Nnamdi Kanu. It will not all go well if something happened, though. That's all we are going to say now.
All right, thank you so much. I don't know. Can you hear me from TikTok? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Are you there? All right. I appreciate you very much, Darlington. Thank you so much as you follow us.
It's my pleasure.
Aw, and you won't sing soprano. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who's been part of the life. I love you guys. Appreciate you. And we're working on ensuring that at least every day we'll look for time to go live, even if it's 1 hour. Thank you for being a part of this. We'll continue to talk to ensure that we get it right. Nigeria is the only country we have as ours. Even if you do Obodo Yibo, you can never be more of a first-class citizen in Obodo Yibo than the first-class citizens of those countries.
Okay.
It's not even possible. So let's try to ensure that we get it right. I have a caller here. Hello, good evening.
Yeah. Good morning from
Hey,
here.
Mr. Tony. Mr. Tony, welcome.
Tony Tenera.
Tony from Chicago.
I was surprised to meet you guys live.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, that man.
Thank you so much. Welcome.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
So, I've said everything, and it's quite sympathetic that the government are turning deaf ear. The West have spoken, North has spoken, South has spoken, everybody has spoken. They kept this man there. If anything happens to this man, I don't think it will be very.
No, they won't handle the problem. They will not. They will not.
Let them allow this man to leave and go. They can call him in and advise him on what and what not to do. You look at the man; he's a freedom fighter. He's not shaking. He knows his stand.
I'm telling you.
He's well educated.
I'm telling you.
He's not somebody you can push around.
I'm telling you.
He has read the law, he has read the constitution today to the whole public. So he knows where he's standing. And with the international community is watching. They all see what's going on. If anything happens, when the president say he didn't see this going on, the Binta Nyako have said that this man has nothing. He cannot lay any hands on this man. The sprinkler has said, release this man. You people are turning upside down, left and right. And that's where he stands. Please, let the federal government use this opportunity to call him. They can use it to call the Ohanese has spoken, the senators has spoken, everybody has spoken. Nobody wants to do anything. And they're watching to see what will happen to this man. Earlier the better. So that this man will be alright and join his family.
Thank you.
You can talk to him and have agreement with him, but let him get the freedom.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Will
much.
we be doing this every day?
Yes, we will. We're working on something. So I'm still setting up the studio. But we will. If not every, we also plan to also do like weekend retrospect where we'll analyze all the things that has happened for the week and then open phone lines. I will let you in as we progress. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you, sir. All right, Barrister Darlington, they say you don't talk and finish. You know good when father don't give benediction. Member can't talk again. You know good now. So make we enter. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Please protect your mental health, and I'll see you at the other side. Thank you so much.